What's up, guys? Master Tensai, and welcome back to an episode of WWE 13 Universe Mode. And real quick, before we get into this one, it looked like I was playing back the video a little bit before I started this commentary, and it looked like the audio lagged a little bit, like the audio's off again. I mean, it's not like last time where the audio was completely crap and it just kept skipping and stuff. Hopefully I can edit this in Sony Vegas, but if I can, I'll try to line the commentary up as much as I can. But it's weird because I recorded this and I recorded SmackDown and the Capital Punishment pay-per-view in the same recording. And when I got to Capital Punishment, the audio seemed lined up. So at some point, it looks like the audio readjusts itself, and maybe it's just in my playback it does that, and maybe it's not like that at all. But if the audio is a little bit off at some points, then I'll try to edit that as best as I can. But if it still ends up a little bit off, then I apologize for that. But anyway, let's get into this one. We have the returning Legend Killer, the Apex Predator, the Viper. He goes by many names. Randall Keith Orton. Randy Orton will be going up against Curtis Axel, aka Michael McGillicuddy. No, I'm just kidding, he's Curtis Axel. But anyway, so we know Curtis Axel, he faced off against Christian, the Intercontinental Champion, 2 weeks ago on SmackDown when he made his debut. Then last week he faced the returning whole damn show, as WWE likes to refer to him as, Mr. Monday Night, Rob Van Dam, who made his return to SmackDown and the WWE as a whole last week, as we hadn't seen him since the World Heavyweight Championship tournament when he lost to Edge. And Randy Orton sort of seems to fall into a similar area there, as Randy Orton, we haven't seen him in Universe Mode since he lost to Alberto Del Rio in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. And we all know what happened to Alberto Del Rio later on down the line. He became the World Heavyweight Champion, only to lose it back to Sheamus at Over the Limit, which was kind of stupid. At pay-per-views, I usually don't play most of the matches because I don't want things to look too one-sided or something like that, or I don't want it to be obvious who I'm trying to win, which sometimes I play in matches that I'm not trying to get anybody to win, I'm just playing to play. So, I mean, I try to mix it up a little bit, but still, most of the pay-per-view matches I don't play, I let the computer go. But I was kind of hoping Del Rio would have retained the title so we wouldn't get into another Sheamus-Del Rio feud. That's why I tried to kill it off, pretty much, once Sheamus won back the belt. And now we know it'll be Sheamus versus Wade Barrett at Vengeance, since Wade Barrett won the Fatal 4-Way #1 Contenders match last week. Let's see, Curtis Axel off the top rope went for a fist drop, and he missed. But Curtis Axel did hit a nice drop kick off the top rope earlier on. And now Curtis Axel has Randy Orton by the head, and now he throws him into the corner there, and Curtis Axel now going to hang Orton upside down in the Tree of Woe. And Randy Orton, he may have picked the wrong person to return against, as so far it looks like Curtis Axel has Orton's number as he went for a dropkick and missed. And now he's got Randy Orton up for an atomic drop. I haven't actually seen that move too much in Universe Mode. But anyway, nice atomic drop by Curtis Axel. And Randy Orton, like I said, we haven't seen him since he faced Alberto Del Rio back in the early stages. I think that was episode 13, or maybe it was 11, I don't know. But we haven't actually seen Randy Orton compete on SmackDown. I think that was his only appearance in Universe Mode to this point. And now Curtis Axel gets hung up on the top rope there by Snake Eyes. And now Randy Orton, nice DDT there, the arm trap DDT, as he caught Curtis Axel. And now Randy Orton standing up Axel. And there's a nice, no, he went for the drop kick, and Curtis Axel was able to counter. Now Axel to the top rope. There's a fist to the face off the top rope by Curtis Axel, and that was redundant. I said off the top rope twice. Anyway, Randy Orton, nice side Russian leg sweep there to take down Curtis Axel. And now Randy Orton once again in control here. He's got Curtis Axel up, and there's a back suplexes. Now Randy Orton is starting to revitalize. He's starting to pick up the momentum, pick up some energy, build some momentum. That's what I meant to say. Nice T-bone suplex by Randy Orton. And now it looks like Randy Orton has the upper hand on Curtis Axel. And now the questions you have to ask would be, can Curtis Axel defeat Randy Orton? And I'm sure coming into this one, nobody would have questioned that Randy Orton could beat Curtis Axel. But the question is, can Curtis Axel defeat Randy Orton? And we know Curtis Axel, he's already defeated Rob Van Dam and Christian, so Curtis Axel is on quite a roll here. He may just have Randy Orton's number here tonight. And Curtis Axel, this could be it, sets him up. Perfect plex, the fisherman suplex, hooks the leg, and not even a 1 count. Randy Orton just no-sells the perfect plex, kicking out before even a count of 1. But on the bright side, there was no 1 count glitch, so we can agree to that. And there's a nice bulldog there, the nice one-handed bulldog by Curtis Axel. And now there's a knee to the back of the head of Randy Orton. And now Orton back up onto his feet here. And they're both superstars are in a lockup here. And Curtis Axel gets the victory there. But there's an atomic drop by Randy Orton as he's able to counter out of the headlock. And now nice Irish whip counter by Curtis Axel. And now Randy Orton with a small package roll-up. 1. And Curtis Axel manages to kick out at a count of 1. And Curtis Axel has Randy Orton once again in a headlock. There's an elbow across the face, or maybe a forearm. Nice running drop kick by Curtis Axel. And now Orton's dazed out on his feet here. Curtis Axel setting up Orton. He's got him by the head, and there's a nice neck breaker by Curtis Axel. Very crisp wrestling moves here by Curtis Axel. And there's a nice neck twist. As I get a message there, we'll just ignore that. Curtis Axel up to the top rope. And now Randy Orton RKO! Randy Orton with the RKO, as I completely forgot Orton had that. He caught Curtis Axel off guard. And now Randy Orton, he's getting fired up here. That's kind of funny. That's exactly the same thing he did to Alberto Del Rio. Hooks the leg, 1, and Curtis Axel manages to kick out. But that's kind of funny when I did one of the features. Oh my God, Curtis Axel in a sleeper hold. And this was the one part where I was like freaking out here. I'm like, no, I can't lose to a tap out. I like nearly lose this match like 2 or 3 times. I was like freaking out. But anyway, that was kind of funny though that Randy Orton hit the mid-air RKO and then did his taunt thing there. That's exactly what he did to Alberto Del Rio in one of the highlights that I used in his return promo there. And now Curtis Axel driving the elbows into the shoulders of Randy Orton. And now Randy Orton's up on his feet here. And there's a nice small package counter there by Randy Orton. 1, 2, and Curtis Axel just manages to kick out at 2.5, maybe even 2 3/4 there. As like I said, there were many near falls in this one. I swear I thought Orton had me beat several times, but anyway. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't beat me, but there were several times where I thought he had me. And there's a nice drop kick by Curtis Axel. And now Curtis Axel raising his hand in the air. But that gave Orton time to recover, and Curtis Axel, he's going to have to learn quickly that you can't spend too much time celebrating. You have to be able to put away your opponent, and then you can do the celebrating. There's another elbow to the face of Randy Orton, and Orton is just busted open. That blood is everywhere across the face of Randy Orton. And now Curtis Axel setting up Orton in the ropes here. Curtis Axel using the ropes for leverage, and he drops a knee across the sternum of Randy Orton. And once again, Curtis Axel setting him up for another neck twist there. And now Curtis Axel, he's calling Randy Orton back up onto his feet. Randy Orton is out on his feet here. He is just dazed and confused. He doesn't know where he is. Curtis Axel off the ropes, getting a running start, but a drop toe hold counter there by Randy Orton. And now Curtis Axel went for the gut kick, but he got caught. And Randy Orton, RKO to Curtis Axel. And Curtis Axel could be done here. As you see off the instant replay, Randy Orton, he caught the gut kick, and out of nowhere, with his second RKO to the matchup, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. No! Curtis Axel at 2 7/8 manages to kick out of the RKO. And like I said, near falls in this one. Curtis Axel now with a running drop kick to Randy Orton. And now Curtis Axel, I don't think he has what it takes to kick out of another RKO. Desperate times here for Curtis Axel. He's going to have to, as you see, seems like he's almost panicking here, just coming at Randy Orton with the fast-paced offense here. He's got to get as many shots as he can in here, because I think the longer this match goes, the more it favors Randy Orton, as Randy Orton has been in situations like this in the past, and he has managed to overcome the odds. Not overcome the odds, but he's managed to fight back and win. So Curtis Axel, he's not going to be able to outlast Randy Orton here. He's going to have to get the job done before Randy Orton has the time to build up some offense here. And now Randy Orton, he's got a camel clutch locked in. That's definitely something we haven't seen out of the Viper in the past. And now Curtis Axel, he caught Randy Orton. There's the McGillicudder neck breaker. I personally like his new one better. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Curtis Axel defeats Randy Orton, picking up the victory off the McGillicudder neck breaker. I kind of hope that WWE 2K14 has the picture-perfect DDT or whatever his new finisher is now, but I have a feeling it'll still have. I mean, I don't think they're going to take out the McGillicudder, but I have a feeling they're not going to have the picture-perfect DDT, and he's going to have that as his finisher if he's even in the game, which I would assume he is. But anyway, Curtis Axel with a victory over Randy Orton here on SmackDown. And Curtis Axel gets a big victory here over Randy Orton. You can see Curtis Axel celebrating, but I'd watch your back, Curtis. Randy Orton, RKO! The Viper strikes here with an RKO, proving that he is still the dominant competitor here on SmackDown. And welcome back now, as I've actually had a few troll comments on... Actually, at this point, I guess it would have been a few episodes ago, but I'm looking at my past not GM, the Judgment Day video and the SmackDown video. I'm getting some troll comments, which is weird because when I'm on my laptop, the comments don't pop up at all, and it says that the comment is there, but it doesn't show the comment, which I don't understand. But when I get on my phone and look at it, I see these troll comments saying about squash matches and stuff like that, but I just want to clarify that up now, or clear it up now. I don't know. They might just be trolling me because I can't even access them on my computer, or maybe that's just some sort of glitch in YouTube or whatever. But the tag team matches, I try to end them as quick as possible because there's 4 superstars in the ring and the computer likes to break up pins and stuff like that, and they do that a lot. And sometimes your tag team partner doesn't end up breaking or stopping them from breaking up the pin. So I try to end tag team matches as quickly as possible, but I'll try and drag them out a little bit longer and try not to squash tag teams. As it was kind of funny in the last episode of SmackDown, I had just said about squashing the Rhodes Scholars and jobbing them out, and then the match ended up being, the guy called it right. It was like 2.5 minutes or something like that. And right after I said that, the match ended. I was like, wow. Of course, kind of got caught red-handed on that one. But anyway, Swagger now going to make the tag to Zack Ryder. And we found out on Monday Night Raw that Zack Ryder and Jack Swagger attacked Jimmy Uso last week on SmackDown. It was not Primo and Epico like we thought. It turned out to be Zack Ryder, as we saw. He was waiting outside the locker room. And I'm sure when John Laurinaitis saw that tape, he couldn't be too happy, as Primo and Epico ended up facing Brock Lesnar in a handicap match, and they just got destroyed by the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Now Kofi Kingston, there's a flying crossbody to the outside, and now Kofi on top of the announce table here, went for the dropkick and completely failed. But anyway, now as we see Zack Ryder, these two teams have had a history in the past, as we know. It was Zack Ryder and R-Truth who won the tag team titles from Air Boom, and then R-Truth, for some reason, decided to turn on Zack Ryder and pretty much broke off from the New Millenia there, or at least we could have assumed. I don't know if Lil Jimmy was in R-Truth's head, what kind of voices R-Truth was hearing in his head there, but to make him attack Zack Ryder after just winning the tag titles. He ended up working with Kofi to do it too, so I don't know. But anyway, Zack Ryder ended up running over R-Truth. We found out that it was Zack Ryder in the limo that ran over R-Truth, and Truth had some serious, severe injuries, so we will not see him for still another few months to go. And so that was how the titles were vacated, and that leads into this match here tonight. The winner will go on to face the Ascension at the Vengeance pay-per-view to determine the new unified tag team champions of the WWE, as Kofi into the cover and Zack Ryder manages to kick out of the crossbody at a count of 1. And I actually kind of hope they give Kofi Kingston a nice crossbody, because, I mean, the one that they have, I guess, works, but, I mean, it doesn't just see the same. And now, roll-up counter by Zack Ryder, 1, 2, and 3, and Zack Ryder, on behalf of the New Millenia, rolls up Kofi Kingston. And the New Millenia is going on to face the Ascension at Vengeance for the Unified Tag Team titles, and that is not this Sunday. Capital Punishment is this Sunday. So the next pay-per-view, the Unified Tag Team titles will be up for grabs. The New Millenia will challenge the Ascension, and if my commentary gets a little bit out of sync here, the video did skip a little bit, so I apologize for that if it did. But anyway, Zack Ryder and Jack Swagger, despite some controversial methods, they have managed to successfully defeat Air Boom here, and they will face the Ascension, their rivals Dolph Ziggler and Biggie Langston, at Vengeance.
Following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, the Archangel, Cole.
into our main event contest here between Brian Cole and Tensai, and I think the audio is finally in sync now. But anyway, Brian Cole trying to make a quick escape out of the cage, and here is Tensai grabbing Brian Cole by the leg and pulling him down. And yeah, I actually wasn't too big on that Brian Cole theme that I actually set for him. Like, I mean, it wasn't one of my top, I don't know, like I mean, it fit Brian Cole. It just didn't seem like a kind of song that I was really that into. I mean, I like the song, but it wasn't one of my favorites. And now that now that he's been using it for a while, I just really enjoy that song. I don't know why, it just got in my head. A nice tilt-a-whirl side slam counter by Tensai, and both of these superstars will compete at the Capital Punishment pay-per-view. It'll be Brian Cole going up against John Morrison, and we'll also see Tensai facing one of the co-founders of UCW, Xander James. And I should probably just call Xander the founder of UCW from this point on, because, I mean, I don't have any of the other co-founders wrestlers in the universe. So, I mean, while it's not the case for UCW, I'm just going to call Xander the founder of UCW. So, I mean, just to address that now. That's probably what I should just do, because, I mean, why call him a co-founder when I don't have any of the other founders? It just seems a little weird. But anyway, now, as we can see, nice snapper takedown and elbow to the back of the head by Brian Cole. And Brian Cole, this match, this steel cage match, both these superstars are in the steel cage in order to prevent any sort of interference, because we know between this rivalry of UCW and WWE, there has been a lot of interference in matches, so we're going to go ahead and prevent that with this steel cage matchup here to not only keep other superstars out, but to keep these two inside. And this match was started, like I was trying to say earlier, when Brian Cole attacked Tensai and turned his back on the WWE, only for Brian Cole to state that he was never working for the WWE, or he was never working with the WWE. He was just happened to get the contract, and that he just took his opportunity. But he officially revealed turning his back on the WWE by saving it looked like he was saving Tensai from Therm, who was about to hit him over the head with a steel chair. And instead, Brian Cole took the chair from Therm and proceeded to hit Tensai in the face. Nice inverted, like a forward Russian leg sweep there. Nice move to drop Tensai on his face. And now the float over neck breaker by Brian Cole. And now Brian Cole, nice elbow drop to Tensai. So Tensai definitely looking for some retribution here. Brian Cole just trying not to get too beat up before heading into his match with heading into his match with John Morrison this Sunday. And now Brian Cole setting up Tensai. Kill switch engaged. I'm just kidding, that's Christian. But the kill switch connects the Unprettier. And I don't know, TS, if you have a name for that you want me to refer to it as, go ahead let me know that in the comments below. But I'm just going to refer to it as the move. And anyway, nice flying clothesline there. Very acrobatic move by Brian Cole. Now Brian Cole, swanton off the top rope. And Brian Cole, he's looking to make a quick getaway out of here. Brian Cole, he just wants to get away from Tensai. He doesn't want to take too much punishment before he faces Morrison. He does not want Morrison to have the advantage here. And now Brian Cole over the top here. Tensai back to his feet. But alas, it was all in vain. Tensai could not make it back to his feet in time as Brian Cole climbs down the outside of the cage. And Brian Cole makes it to the floor. And Brian Cole defeats Tensai. That's definitely a big momentum builder heading into the pay-per-view, but it's definitely also a downfall for WWE, but it's a big momentum builder for Brian Cole in his little, on his own. I would say it would be a big boost for his company, but I mean, Brian Cole, he's a rebel. He sides with nobody. Brian Cole, he's all by himself, so I mean, while if Tensai had won, it would have been a huge boost in morale for the WWE, Brian Cole, he really is doing this all for himself. He has no allies. All he has are rivals. So Brian Cole, he stands alone. And this is definitely a big victory over the WWE here tonight. Not just Tensai, but the WWE as a whole. Thanks for watching. Keep on YouTubing.